You're listening to the Good Dirt Podcast. This is a place where we dig into the nitty-gritty of sustainable living through food, fashion, and lifestyle.
And we're your hosts, Mary and Emma Kingsley, the mother and daughter founder team of Lady Farmer. We're sowing seeds of slow living through our community platform, events, and online marketplace.
We started this podcast as a means to share the wealth of information and quality conversations that we're having in our world as we dream up and deliver ways for each of us to live into the new paradigm, one that is regenerative, balanced, and whole.
We want to put the microphone in front of the voices that need to be heard the most right now. The farmers, the dreamers, the designers, and the doers.
So come cultivate a better world with us. We're so glad you're here. Now, let's dig in.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Good Dirt Podcast. I'm here today sharing just a few thoughts with all of you here in the midst of the holidays and thinking about all the variety and diversity of ways that we embrace this season. And I've been reflecting on the fact that regardless of history or tradition, the most observed winter holidays that we celebrate here in the Northern Hemisphere, being Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, New Year's Day, Epiphany, there might be others, and we'd love for you to chime in to help make our list complete if we've left something out. Anyway, they have one thing in common, and that is reverence for the miracle of light appearing in the darkness. Each one of these traditions has practices that reflect this theme. The lighting of candles, stories of light appearing as a comfort in some dire situation, like the Hanukkah story of the miracle light that kept burning for 8 days, or light as a guide, such as in the legend of the 3 wise men following the star from the east. And during Kwanzaa, there's the daily lighting of candles, each with a different meaning. And on St. Lucia's Day in Sweden, young girls will wear a wreath of candles on their head because legend has it that the maiden Lucia carried food and water to the early Christians hiding in the dark catacombs of Rome. And to free her arms for carrying supplies to those in need, she wore candles on her head to light the way. And of course, the idea of Jesus in the Christian tradition as the light of the world, first appearing as an infant in the cold and dark of winter, as a tiny light that would grow and whose influence eventually came to shine throughout the world. Then there are our string lights, our twinkly lights, our glowing, blinking, cheery lights that we all love no matter which holiday we're celebrating. All of these things represent a glimmer of light in the darkest of times, bringing warmth and hope to those experiencing all manner of challenges within the vast drama of human history. And when you think about it, it occurs to me that the one event that perhaps has inspired all of these holidays and celebrations is something that is shared by all humans everywhere on the planet and has been since the beginning of time. For us in the Northern Hemisphere, this event is in December, and that is the winter solstice. It's not an event that was created through story or legend or religion or tradition. It's a natural phenomenon that is as old as the earth itself and enduring into posterity even beyond our imaginations. Can't you just imagine long before there were even any of the religions or traditions that we now celebrate all over the world? There were humans huddled together in the cold and dark, observing with their own eyes the phenomenon that at the very darkest moment when all hope for survival was at its lowest, the sunlight, ever so gradually, but most assuredly, was returning. Isn't it amazing to think that this is an experience every human that has ever inhabited the earth has had the opportunity to witness? I'm thinking that maybe this very thing that has its beginnings not in any faith group or origin story, but in the natural order of things that all of life on earth shares, is perhaps the very thing that first instilled hope in the human heart. And it makes no difference how we distinguish or differentiate ourselves, or why we see ourselves as separate from one another in whatever way. When it comes to this moment of witnessing that tiny flicker of light in the darkness, we are all one and the same. No one of any race, color, creed, or nationality, political party or church affiliation, generation, or gender is separated from this phenomenon. That's not to say all are aware of it. In fact, I dare say that in these times there are few that really are, but aware or not, that shift of our Earth home, our mothership, in her annual journey around the sun is something we all share. Whatever your faith tradition or holiday celebration, consider that time when as humans we had only the heavens and the earth to look to for the answers. And what our ancient forebears witnessed in that moment when the sun began its annual return was perhaps the birth of hope itself. So, if you are in need of hope, as I dare say we all are, whether it's personally or collectively, and speaking to those of us in the Northern Hemisphere at this time of year, and for those in the South, this goes for precisely 6 months from now, you can look up to the sky and know that though the light is still but a flicker, like a candle in the night or a bright star in the dark sky, it is returning. So remember this when all seems lost. It's our promise from the universe. Happy holidays, everyone. We'll see you back here in the new year with more good dirt. Goodbye.
I love the reminder that light will come back, always. Thank you, Mom, for this wonderful reflection and your incredible writing. When my mom first came to me with this idea for this holiday episode, she had this song in mind. It was part of her creative vision to be able to play Bright Morning Star at the end of this reflection. And I'm so happy to have found a wonderful recording by one of my favorite bands, The Longest Johns. They have beautiful harmonies. They sing a lot of traditional music, if you haven't heard them before. And we found this YouTube recording from kind of a living room concert that they had put on a couple of years back in the days of the living room concerts. I will link to the full video and to the band and all of their information in the show notes if you like what you hear. We have written express permission to play this amazing recording for you. And this song is really special to us and our family. It's one of my mom's favorites. She sang it a lot when we were kids. So happy holidays from Mary and Emma and all of us at the Good Dirt. This is Bright Morning Star, performed by The Longest Johns.
Bright morning star arising, bright morning star arising, bright morning star arising. Day is a-breaking in my soul. Oh, where are our dear fathers? Oh, where are our dear fathers? Oh, where are our dear fathers? Day is a-breaking in my soul. Some are down in the valley praying. Some are down in the valley praying. Some are down in the valley praying. Day is a-breaking in my soul. Some have gone to heaven shouting. Some have gone to heaven, shouting. Some have gone to heaven, shouting. Day is a breaking in my soul. Bright morning star arising. Bright morning star